So Pearl MAE also was a mask for me and how I'm actually out here living my best life. Like it can still be a little bit better, but I can assure you from a year ago, it's way different. Hey, it's your favorite friend Felicia, and I am back with another YouTube video. And today I wanted to kind of give y'all a little bit of a story time-ish type situation. I really wanted to take y'all behind the scenes of my TikTok internet persona, Pearl MAE. And I wanted to share with y'all kind of like the pros, the cons, why I invented Pearl MAE, why I ended up rebranding to Fueling Freedom and just using my regular name and all of that kind of stuff. So if you are ready to hear all of that tea, let's go ahead and get into it. So I actually couldn't sit on the ground like I normally do because it is wet. It rained yesterday, so I just found one of these little, the little shelter thingamajigs with the table. But anyway, I got my notes as per usual, and I'm ready to kind of share life experiences with y'all. Y'all know that's what we all about over here at Fueling Freedom. So that being said, most people know me and most people are already following me because of my TikTok channel. And on my TikTok channel, I was called Pearl MAE. And I only did basically fashion videos. I did used to do some prayer videos and other stuff, but the reality was nothing gained traction like my get ready with me's and my hauls and stuff like that. So with TikTok being the platform that it was, I kind of niched down a whole lot. So first of all, where did Pearl MAE come from? Well, my friends always call me like this old, like just straight to the point, church mother type-ish situation, and they used to call me Pearl. We all have different, aliases, if you will. So mine was Pearl. So I just kind of took that and ran with it. Of course, I'm from Georgia, so down south, most older women tend to have, multiple first names. So I just added MAE to it because most people are going to be May and something like that, right? So I did Pearl MAE because going onto TikTok, I knew there was potential for my videos to gain traction because I already knew that TikTok was one of those platforms that your videos could go real viral real fast. And to be honest with you, I was scared. So I created Pearl MAE because I was scared for my true self to be out there on the internet. I didn't necessarily want people to be able to Google me. I didn't want people to be able to find out, like where I was, all of that kind of stuff. Just because like I was legit like, iffy about this whole internet thing, like to the point to where I didn't even really promote the books that I've already written or anything like that because I just didn't really want people to know my name like that. So let's start off with how Pearl MAE was good for me. So Pearl MAE was good for me because it gave me an internet persona. It gave me a portion of my personality to just be able to stick to. So I knew that when I got on the internet, that was the personality that people were going to see. And that was important for me because I have too many aspects of my personality, and at the time, trying to figure out how to fit all of that into the niche of fashion just wasn't working for me. So it taught me how to find a niche and how to create different content that's still entertaining in it. So that was something that was definitely good. Another thing that was really good is it gave me confidence. Getting on TikTok, gaining the traction that I did on TikTok, building the following that I did, just interacting with people, getting notifications in my DMs that people were being inspired by what I was talking about. It gave me the confidence that I needed to let me know that, hey, you can build an audience, you can build an engaging audience, and people do actually care about what it is that you have to say or share or whatever the case may be. So those were probably two of the biggest things that Pearl MAE did for me. And in hindsight, it also gave me an audience to leverage when I rebranded. Me personally, I had always been in the mindset that when I started something new, I was going to have to start over. And I was literally sitting at home, chilling, praying, meditating one day, and the Holy Spirit was like, you already have an audience. Why aren't you talking to them? Why aren't you preparing them? Because they do genuinely like you. So that's why I tend to post most here on YouTube as well as on Instagram, because I feel like my Instagram followers, especially those that came from TikTok, those are the ones who really like me. They really want to get to know me and know more about me, not just the aspect of fashion in my life, you know what I'm saying? So all of those things definitely helped me as far as Pearl MAE was concerned. That being said, there was some stuff behind the scenes that I did not let people know that did hinder me with my Pearl MAE persona. Let's get into that. So, sorry the sun is changing because y'all know I be out here early in the morning. But anyway, so as far as things that Pearl made kind of limited me on, I did niche down so much on TikTok that I even struggle right now with transitioning my content. Once you get used to, especially on a platform like TikTok, I got used to seeing numbers on my videos. I got used to seeing, the engagement and knowing that the content that I'm putting out now is not necessarily what I built my audience for, and seeing the numbers not be as much is, it can kind of mess with you. I'm not even going to lie. So Pearl May did hinder me because I got too narrow and I got too focused in that one particular area with that one particular persona, that when I kind of came outside of that season that I was in, when I kind of transitioned into doing other things, when I didn't really feel like I had that type of content to really produce at the moment, or that wasn't really important to me, I struggled to be able to continue to post, which is why I ended up taking a social media hiatus. So I struggled to continue to engage in my audience in that way because I had niched down so much. So Pearl May also was a mask for me. Like I said, I gave the internet a very specific part of my life, and I pretty much stuck to it. And while I was very vulnerable and transparent in those areas, I still kept a whole lot of other areas away because I didn't want to risk failure, basically. So what I mean by that is, in me just sticking with Pearl May, and me just sticking with the fashion and the style and the get ready with me videos and stuff like that, I was comfortable. I was seeing numbers, I was seeing growth. So in my mind, I felt like I was doing something, but the reality was I wasn't seeing any type of income coming from it. It wasn't really, there was still something missing. So when I transitioned in life, that part didn't necessarily transition well with me. So I had to come back and I had to rebrand, because being that specific, being that niche down was hindering me more so than it was helping me. Because and that was my fault, because I started looking at the numbers and I started paying attention to the numbers, and I started producing solely the type of content that would get numbers, rather than still posting the other content that I liked to post, even though it didn't do as well, which is something that I'm doing different now that I ultimately had to come kind of outside of the Pearl May persona and introduce people to who Felicia was, or who Felicia is, because I couldn't stay that niche down, and I couldn't stay that boxed in. I can't be as successful as I want to be. I can't make the type of income that I want to make. I can't get the information that I want to share out there unless I kind of broaden my horizons a little bit. So I had to step out of Pearl May and actually introduce everyone to Felicia, because what Felicia had to say, Pearl May might not necessarily be able to get across, if you know what I'm saying. Like, people listen to Pearl May for style. That's what Pearl May is known for. And yes, they know that Pearl May does mental health and all of that kind of stuff as well, but in taking that off and introducing people to Felicia, the grad student, Felicia, the registered behavior technician, introducing Felicia to the world in those different transitions, and being able to share with y'all what I've learned, what I've gained, and how I'm actually out here living my best life. Like, it can still be a little bit better, but I can assure you from a year ago, it's way different. So I had to come outside of that Pearl May. I had to completely rebrand, and that's what I did. So I rebranded to Fueling Freedom, which allows you guys to see Felicia. Fueling Freedom is exactly that. I want to fuel you guys to be able to be free, and I'm just doing that by introducing you to Felicia. Felicia is going to take y'all on this journey that she has been on. Felicia is going to share with y'all, all the stuff that I have learned, and that's why I had to end up rebranding and redoing this, because the things that Felicia has, sorry, I keep talking about myself in third person, but the things that I have for you guys is so much bigger than Pearl May. That's just one aspect, and now I finally feel like I have the purpose. I finally feel like I have that whole umbrella that I needed to be able to build a strong foundation there, and then be able to branch out. So I'm actually kind of going backwards a little bit with my rebrand. So if y'all want to know a little bit more about my entrepreneurial journey, and how I'm monetizing things, how rebranding affects all of my different businesses and all of that kind of stuff, y'all just let me know in the comments. But so, quick recap. When I created a TikTok, I put myself out there as an internet persona named Pearl May. And Pearl May was just basically a portion of my personality. And that did good things for me, and it did not so good things for me. It did boost my confidence. It taught me how to build and engage an audience, and it taught me consistency, actually. It taught me that I could do this, right? And then on the flip side of that, it also hindered me because it kept me inside of the box that I created to prevent myself from feeling like a failure. Because even though I was seeing the different numbers and stuff like that on TikTok, like I told y'all, I was switching content to focus solely on what was producing rather than what I really wanted to continue to create, which would have been easier for me had I done that to begin with. But since I didn't, that's fine. Now I've just rebranded. So when I go on TikTok, I'm very strategic about it. It makes more sense to me now. Even if I'm doing a get ready with me video, it doesn't feel like a chore anymore because I know that I've started to create a space to where, like, okay, she's just chilling. She got other stuff for us to do. She's going to give these to us here and now as well. So yeah, that's exposing Pearl MAE, my friend. If you are thinking about getting on the internet, I would definitely, first of all, it's always better to start than to not start. If I had waited until I got it all together, for one, I wouldn't have known that I didn't have it together. So when I got on the internet as Pearl MAE and I started creating all this content, I didn't know what I know now. So now that I know what I know now, I can take all of these different things and I can use them and apply them in a different way. But I didn't know that back then. And had I not went through the journey as Pearl MAE that I did, I might not have gotten to this point to be able to find it out. So for one, if you're looking to be a social media content creator or you just want to build an audience because maybe you have a book coming out or something like that, get on the internet and be whoever you decide that you want to be in that moment. However you decide you want to brand yourself in that moment, just run with it. I can assure you that those that are really rocking with you, they're going to rock with you and they're going to continue to move with you as you transition, as you rebrand things, as you redo things. Businesses do it all the time, and you would be surprised at how much grace your followers actually give you. So that's my tip for the day, and that's my story on how Pearl MAE helped and hindered me, and now Fueling Freedom is definitely giving me the freedom to be able to use all of this knowledge, all of these different aspects, all of this new confidence to share things with y'all so that I can promote y'all to go out there and live your best life too. Because who on a Monday morning is out here just in a park sunbathing, talking to their phone with nobody else around at 8:27 in the morning? Not a whole lot of us, because we've been conditioned to believe that we need to be out here at a job working a 9 to 5, and and some of us, that's what we want to do, right? Some people, that's what they want to do. Other people, they like, nah, I would rather be doing that. I'm trying to teach you, man. I'm trying to show you, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I got today, friend. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. I am uploading every week on Sundays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. And you never know, I might throw in a little extra video here and there for y'all. Okay, so that being said, friend, y'all have a great day.